Hello and welcome to Quora Queries. I'm Q, and I will be taking you through today's Q&A. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you want more questions like this. Now, let's get into this. Is it illegal to not answer your front door if a police officer knocks? No warrant, no entry. You have the right to remain silent and not answer, but if they do have a legal reason, like a warrant or emergency, refusing to open the door could lead to trouble. What does the community have to say? Reply 1. My a-hole sister called the cops on me after she wanted to verify that my loving, beautiful husband had died a few hours prior to her call. Obviously, I was upset and was devastated because I did CPR on him until the ambulance came, but could not save him. When the two cops showed up at the house, I assumed incorrectly they were just there to offer condolences or give me official notification of my husband's death. I normally would not have opened the door, but was still in a state of shock. Then the two cops, half of my town's police force, donned nitrile gloves and told me, for my own safety, they were taking me to a mental facility. I argued my rights and asked politely why though I was a danger to myself, and they told me that I had said I was going to commit suicide. I certainly never said that, and I kept backing away from them, asking for their proof or a warrant. Finally, one of the cops called the station and asked for verification that I said that. With a disappointed look on his face, there was no proof I said it, and they could not involuntarily take me. I told them, "Why are you harassing a widow when there's actual crime going on?" I told them nicely to leave my property immediately. Once outside, they told me if I needed help with anything, just let them know. I gestured to the 3 heavy, stinky full cans of garbage in the driveway. I said, "I really could use your help getting these to the curb because I can't lift them." So, the cops came illegally to try and take me away, but instead took that stinky garbage to the curb. A long walk, their uniforms were messed up. Karma by E.S. Reply 2. Way back in 2000 when I was 19 and living with my boyfriend and 3 roommates, we had a huge party that got busted. Alcohol, underage drinkers, and weed were everywhere. So while the first cops on the scene dealt with the people outside, my friend Larry was getting in a car to leave and the cop told them, "Wait here, don't leave," and headed for the back door. Someone inside realized the police were there and locked both doors. They shut off all the lights and we all communicated through the house phone, and a few of us had cell phones, but we tried not to use either in case the police had scanners that could listen to our conversations. We all just sat there in the dark hiding from spotlights. We waited for over an hour for them to leave, and they finally did. Larry and everyone in that car were let go because they actually complied and waited for the cop to come back to talk to them. The police drove by almost every hour for nearly an entire week. I'm guessing long enough to conclude that we weren't drug dealers. Nothing significant happened. A few people outside got busted, but that's it. Not answering the door isn't illegal, unless they have a warrant. If they don't, you're within your rights to not open it. But be cautious, they might try to pressure you. Let's go. Reply 3. I recall telling my son to buy the Ring video doorbell system and beef up his home security. He heeded my suggestion and, not long ago, shared a Ring experience with the local sheriffs. The video displayed a woman walking around the neighborhood, checking what car doors and homes might be unlocked. She also tried very hard to open my son's front door. Her presence activated my son's Ring app and caused the security lights to turn on. In the distance on the street, 2 sheriff's deputies walked up, pounding on my son's door. My son answered them using the Ring's intercom feature and said the following: "Deputy, can you come to the door and talk to us for a minute?" "Son, may I ask what this is all about?" "Deputy, who am I talking to?" "Son, I am the homeowner. Can I help you?" "Deputy, sir, I insist you come to the front door and talk to us." "Son, sir, I'm not at home. I'm at work taking this Ring call." "Deputy, oh." Then, in the video frame, you can see my son's neighbor, a Los Angeles police sergeant, identifying to the deputy who he was. The woman triggered a Ring alert, and it turned out that my son's neighbor received the same notification. It was learned that this woman told the deputies that she lived in each of these homes she tried to break into, and then added to her story that her husband abused her inside. She also was a patient at a local board and care facility and returned there with a warning. The next day, the deputies arrived again, but this time with a burning curiosity about which version of the ring system my son would recommend for their residences. It turned out they lived just a block from my son's house. Reply 4. No, but I'll tell you this. If you elect not to interact with the police at your door, for whatever reason, it would be very unwise to make any type of noise or sounds that could be heard from the door while they're out there. Because depending on the reason for your visit, any noise inside will very likely lead to anywhere between the police refusing to leave and calling more to them claiming exigent circumstances of sounds people in danger and kicking your door in. Remember, their word is as good as law in court and trumps anything you've got to say, even if you've got video, because then they'll say, why didn't you answer the police at your door in the video? Reply 5. You're within your rights to ask through the door as to who is knocking. Ask them what they want. If they have a warrant and have not yet broken down the door, that's a good start. If they indicate they have a warrant, you must open the door and let them in. If they do not, you do not have to let them in or even talk to them if you do not wish to. On the 2 occasions I have had police at my door, I stepped outside to speak with them. One officer, when I greeted him at the door, asked to come in, and I said, under the circumstances, I felt more comfortable talking outside having closed the door behind me. The second time an officer asked to look for something inside my closed garage, and I asked if he had a warrant. When he indicated that he did not, I told him to go get one if he felt he had cause to, and wished him a good afternoon. Reply 6. No, in fact that's what you should do in that situation. Under no circumstances are you required to speak with the police. If they really want to search your home, they can get a warrant for that. In the event they have a warrant, all they do is present it, and they're coming into your home with or without your consent. Absent a warrant, they actually can't come into your house unless you let them in. Remember, in the event they come to your home without a warrant and you let them in, you've just waived your Fourth Amendment rights. They can then search your home because they've got your consent. Technically, it's not illegal to ignore a knock, but it might raise suspicion or escalate things, especially if you're in a high-stress situation. It's usually smarter to keep things cordial, even if you don't open the door. Reply 7. No, it's illegal to lie about whether you were there or not, or for anyone else to lie, but other than that you can ignore. This is true even in the case of an arrest warrant. They need some probable cause with an arrest warrant or exigency to kick the door in. Otherwise, a search warrant on the house would be required to get in and discover you. Just a knock and talk, no obligation to respond at all. Reply 8. If you did not summon them and they have not informed you they have a warrant, it is perfectly legal for you to ignore an officer. The only way they'll execute a no-knock warrant is if they know that you are a career criminal who will destroy evidence quickly or are a flight risk. Reply 9. No. Now that said, if they are knocking and say they have a warrant for the house or someone's arrest who lives there, you just might want to open the door. Otherwise, it is probably going to be forced open since they are not going to go away until the warrant has been served and the place searched or the person arrested. Reply 10. Yes, there's no law anywhere that says you must answer the door when anyone knocks. But if they know you are there, your house can be surrounded by police until they make contact with you. The reason police are there to begin with will determine the other actions they will take to see you face to face. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you get alerts on the next question. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.